Educators and future educators, I want to talk to you today about something that's absolutely crucial in the world of teaching, time-saving tips. You see, as teachers, we wear many hats. We're not just educators, we're counselors, mentors, event planners, and often surrogate parents to our students. Our responsibilities are vast, and the demands on our time can be relentless. So, why are time saving tips so important for teachers? Well, let me just tell you. First and foremost, time is a precious resource in our profession. We have a finite number of hours in a day, and there's always more to do than time allows. That's where time saving tips come in. They enable us to work smarter, not harder. They help us reclaim those precious minutes and hours that can be reinvested into what matters most, our students. So whether you're a new teacher just starting your journey or a seasoned educator looking for ways to optimize your workflow, remember that time-saving tips are your allies. Embrace them, refine them, and make them an integral part of your teaching toolkit. Your students will benefit, your well-being will improve, and your passion for teaching will continue to burn bright. Hello and welcome to episode 152 of the Teacher Rockstar podcast, the podcast that shares teaching strategies and best practices so that new teachers excel in their careers. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and today we've got an episode packed with valuable insights for both new and experienced teachers. We'll be discussing 10 time-saving tips for teachers that can make your teaching journey smoother and more efficient. But before we get started in today's topic, I've got to ask you, are you a brand new teacher that just graduated fresh out of college? Would you be interested in having somebody to mentor you and guide you as you transition into the classroom? Well, if that is the case, you can learn more by going to www.teacherclassroomresources.com/TRA mentorship. That's teacherclassroomresources.com/TRA mentorship. Now I have some important news for you that I want to share. First and foremost, if you enjoy our podcast and want to stay connected with us, there are now even more ways that you can do this. You can find us on several popular podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Chrome, iHeartRadio, and a host of other platforms. But that's not all. We know many of you enjoy more than just the audio experience. For additional videos, behind-the-scenes content, and to connect with me and the rest of our community, make sure to follow us on YouTube. You can find us by typing @TeacherRockstar in the search bar, hit that subscribe button, and join in the fun. Remember, we love hearing from you. Your feedback, questions, and comments are invaluable to us, and we're committed to bringing you the best possible content. So don't hesitate to reach out through your preferred platform, whether it's leaving a review, sending us a message, or connecting with us on YouTube. Okay, let's jump right in with our first tip, and that is establish clear classroom routines. Very important here. Because when you have clear expectations and routines in place in your classroom, it not only benefits you, but also your students. Consider developing a daily schedule that allows specific time slots for various activities. And don't forget to use signals or visual cues for smoother transitions. Okay? Tip number 2, organize your physical space. Having a well-organized classroom really is a game changer. Use labels, color coding, and efficient layouts to make everything easily accessible. A clutter-free environment can save you precious time and reduce stress. Next up, tip number 3, create a lesson planning template. Now, this one is especially important for new teachers. Design a template that suits your style, including sections for objectives, materials, assessment methods, and a timeline. And remember, saving completed lesson plans can be a time saver for future use. Okay? All right, moving on to tip number 4, use technology wisely. Embrace EdTech tools for grading, communication, and resource creation. However, ensure you invest time in learning how to use the technology effectively to avoid potential pitfalls. With respect to AI-generated software, make sure to vet it thoroughly. Okay? All right, here we go. Tip number 5 is all about prioritizing grading efficiency. Okay? Develop clear grading rubrics and consider peer or self-assessment to reduce your grading workload. Setting specific grading windows can also help you stay on top of assessments. Now, let me just say one thing here. Obviously, everything does not have to be graded. Okay? All right, so I just wanted to get that out there. Our sixth tip is to delegate responsibilities. Don't hesitate to delegate tasks to students or involve parents as volunteers. Sharing responsibilities can make your life as a teacher much more manageable. I can assure you of this. All right, in tip number 7, we discuss how to batch administrative work. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, dedicate specific time blocks in your schedule for tasks like planning, grading, and email management. This prevents these tasks from constantly interrupting your teaching flow. All right, tip number 8 is utilize collaborative planning. Collaborate with your fellow educators to create and share resources and ideas. Together, you can save a whole bunch of time and improve your teaching strategies. All right, our next tip, tip number 9, is all about setting boundaries. As teachers, it's essential to have a work-life balance, okay? Clearly define your work hours and communicate your boundaries to maintain your well-being, all right? And last but certainly not least is reflect and adapt. Regularly assess your teaching methods, seek feedback, and be open to making adjustments. This continuous improvement process will help you save time in the long run. Okay, there you have it, my friend. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you found these time-saving tips valuable for your teaching journey. Remember, effective time management can make a significant difference in your career. All right. I want to thank you for listening to the Teacher Rockstar podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles. And again, I hope you've gotten some golden nuggets regarding the 10 time-saving tips for teachers. Now, when you get a moment, visit my website and subscribe to my newsletter for the latest educational research and best practices. Simply go to teacherclassroomresources.com. That's teacherclassroomresources.com. And don't forget to subscribe to us at the Teacher Rockstar podcast. And if you'd like to support us, please feel free to share our podcast with others. Post about it on social media and leave a rating and review. That would be greatly appreciated as always. Thanks again. We'll see you same time, same place next Wednesday. And remember, my friend, you got this.